finally, dear brothers and sisters, I don't know if I should have a sigh of relief, but we know most of these leaders, in fact all of them, the Israeli leaders, they're very intransigent when it comes to their stand on Palestine issue with Israel. But now there is a big change coming. Is this change a good thing? We know that Naftali Bennett, okay, this guy, looks like he's going to form a new government. The question is, would this change anything? Would this bring some kind of like a solution? Or would this be a continuation of what Benjamin Netanyahu did? Would we see Masjid al-Aqsa is being violated one more time in the month of Ramadan against the Muslims? Would we see people are being evicted from places like Sheikh Zarrah one more time? Would we see expansion of these people, the settlers, illegal expansion? Would we see these things happening all over again under him? Well, this question I want to answer in this video, because he is now going to be the next, looks like, Prime Minister of Israel. Netanyahu looks like he's losing unity government. So Naftali Bennett, he's probably going to form a new government. But before I give you some answer, I mean what I can predict and what I can hope, from my own observation, before I give you the answer whether this guy is a good guy or a bad guy, or worse, again, as I said, they're very intransigent when it comes to their position. All of them are the same. But here is the thing. Maybe, just maybe, we have some change coming, which might be a little bit of a good news for some people, especially the brothers and sisters in Palestine. But is this really good news? I'm going to be playing a video. You can see for yourself where he stands, okay, when it comes to the solution for the Palestinian brothers and sisters. Take a look at this video, inshallah, and then we can talk more about it. Okay, so this is the guy.
For the people with earphones, you can take them off.
And this video, by the way,
Israelis speak Hebrew. Americans typically don't speak. Israelis speak English. Americans don't speak Hebrew. My name's Naftali Bennett. Word of background: former chief of staff of Benjamin Netanyahu. Last position, I ran the Yesha Council, which is the umbrella organization that represents the 360,000 Israelis living in Judea and Samaria, aka the West Bank.
Okay, so what they call West Bank, what we call West Bank, they call it Judea Samaria. Okay, this is how they call it. So let's take a listen if he is going to be giving some solution. Okay.
The Arab-Israeli conflict cannot be solved. That's the bad news. So we can't solve it. The good news is we can.
So the good news is, now you paying attention? The good news is, what are you gonna say?
Learn to live with it in a bearable way, and even more for the Arabs and the Israelis. Now, I know it's hard to fathom this, but many things in life aren't solvable.
Okay, so my sisters, here you have a person who is kind of like giving us a practical solution. It's not a solution, but it's for us. It's not a solution. Like, we will never be having this problem solved, even if we have Israel, Palestine living side by side, because Israel is taking up the place of Palestine. They have encroached this place. They have infiltrated the land of the Palestinian in 1948 and just decimated the whole Palestinian population, and a lot of them ran away. We will never have a solution. However, at least right now, right now they are not even recognizing who Palestine is. Under Netanyahu, they don't even want to recognize anything. They don't want to give anything to the Gazan brothers and sisters. However, this person, Naftali Bennett, he is saying that we might be able to live side by side and we might have a bearable relationship. Not only, this is important, he's saying not only with the people of Gaza, the Palestinian people, but also with the Arab people. So take a listen at his view. Now, before I play the video more, I want to tell you something very, very important. You ready? A lot of people are saying that, well, you know what, as I said, nothing is gonna change. A lot of people agree with me, and we see completely, totally, 100% hopeless case. Okay, people are saying, well, brother, this is not gonna solve any problem. This is going to continue on, and we will see things are even getting worse. At the same time, we are seeing, dear brothers and sisters, I have actually seen a picture today actually, where I have seen Hamas is like, now they're upgrading their military equipment. Okay, so they're like getting ready for even bigger conflict, looks like. Okay, at the same time, the Yahudi, they're also getting ready. So looking at these pictures and looking and reading the news, we can say for sure, almost with certainty, that this thing is not going to change. Nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to happen. It's going to get worse. However, there is one glimmer of hope that I want to infer from what he said in this speech, which is that he is actually willing to recognize and give complete autonomous status to the people of Gaza. Autonomous state, which he is proposing for the brothers and sisters of Palestine, would give them, when you have an autonomous status, it basically means you are on your own. You have your own government. Nobody is going to bother you. Nobody is going to interfere in your affairs. Nobody is going to tell you what to do, what not to do. So this guy, Naftali Bennett, he proposed that. So yes, things are not going to solve, but at least in that sense, okay, Naftali Bennett, whatever he's saying, in that sense, things might get a little bit better for the brothers and sisters in Palestine.
You might have a sickness as a kid, a chronic illness. So you don't commit suicide because it's imperfect. Life is imperfect. Couples sometimes get along only 80%. You don't divorce just because of that. So this is a situation where I think anyone with open eyes can see what's going on in Egypt.
Okay, so I have to tell you this. What he's proposing is completely understandable and very clear. What he's saying is that there is no need for us to fight. Okay, there is no need for us to have a permanent, problem between us and the Arabs. And this goes against the hadith, where Rasulullah, he said, obviously the hadith is talking about end of time when Dajjal will be here. Nevertheless, the hadith also refers that the Muslims will have issues and the Yahudi will have issues with the Muslims, when the hadith clearly states that at the end of time, لا تقوم الساعة حتى يقال اليهود that the hour will not establish يقاتل اليهود مسلمون. The Muslim will have fight with the Yahud. And Rasulullah, he made it very, very clear that Yahuda and fayaktuluhum, that you will be killing them, you will be having fighting with them. So this hadith, in other words, indicates that there will be a lot of tension, there will be a lot of problems going on with a Yahudi. However, what he is saying, Naftali Bennett, what he's supposing, we should not have those kind of relationship where we will be continuously in a state of fighting with each other. So this is a positive thing to be noticed. Now let's take a listen a little bit more, and then inshallah we can understand better what is going to happen.
In Syria, there's a huge wave of radical Islam taking over the entire Middle East, so thinking that we can isolate this issue is unrealistic. Short story. A few months ago, I met with the strongest person, the Arab in Hebron, which is perhaps the most difficult city in Judea and Samaria. His name is Sheikh Ahmad Jabri. He's the head of the strongest clan. He's given up on the PA. He thinks they're corrupt. He doesn't want them. And he came and said, listen, you're leading the Jews here. I lead most of the Arabs here. You don't like me. I don't like you that much. I'd prefer you guys wouldn't be here and vice versa. But we're here and you're here to stay. We're all here. I'll never sign an agreement that says that I give up the Holy Land of Israel. Not Haifa, not Tel Aviv, nothing. But let's sit down. I've got a laundry list of things that you can help me and I can help you. And that's what we did.
What I also want to mention is that in the long run, what we might see between countries like UAE and the Yahudi Israeli state, we might see that this normalization between countries with Israel and the rest of the Arab countries might happen more often. Even it could be that Saudi Arabia would one day, sooner than later, will normalize ties if Naftali Bennett is in charge of the country. Because Naftali Bennett, he's not like Netanyahu. Netanyahu, he said, I'm not going to give an inch, I'm not going to buzz a bit. But he is saying the exact opposite. So if he extends his hand towards the Arab countries, and he tells them that, hey, look, we can get along, okay, we will come up with some kind of solution, and that we do not need to fight, then maybe you'll see that Saudi Arabia will come out and say to the whole rest of the world that, hey, look, Israel is changing, it's time for us to change as well, so we're going to normalize our ties. So that is a great possibility. Something very, very interesting, dear sister, what is going to come in the future, something very, very interesting. I hope that inshallah you will be informed. I will make more videos about this personality, Naftali Bennett. Until then, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.